Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. Sorry, haven't been around much. By the way, welcome back to my subscribers. Welcome into anybody new. Dealing with the aftermath of my procedure. It's been 2 weeks and I still have not received my pain meds. The new pharmacy with our insurance, it's a mess. It's true. I'm waiting for a phone call from somebody from HR from where my husband works. So hopefully it's taken care of. So, I'll show you this really cute covering up addresses. I got my order from Macy and that I put in a couple months ago, which was a pre-order. So, put a little kitty cat that says thank you, and then over here, I thank you for your order for supporting my small business. I just thought that was so sweet. I love the kitty cat. It says thank you. I got this a couple days ago. I needed to get this video done because Kahlua has chewed up this bag well. And I did not want her to get down to the contents. I placed this order back with Macy from Mace of Skeins. I forget I have new people on here, so you don't know. When I get hand-dyed yarn, 9 out of 10 times it comes from Macy. I've gotten yarn from Chemnitz. She used to be the only person I got it from until I found Macy. Every once in a while, I will get it from the stash, or I find somebody new. Normally, I can't afford hand-dyed yarns. Now, there is somebody in the stash that I want to get some from. She hand-dyes yarn, and she's selling it for the same price that she sells it for, so I may just get it one of these days on Etsy instead, because I ended up not being able to afford it back when I was supposed to get it from her because of having some other issues that have come up. So, this is Macy's card, Mace of Skeins. It's a play on Ace of Spades, and that's why her card is like this. And if you want to find her, this is one Q code that I will not cover up. If you can get your phone to use this okay from this video, go ahead and find her page using this. She has her page where she sells her yarn. She has a YouTube channel as well, and she has Instagram. She does not do Facebook. And then a card with care instructions on the back side. It says, thank you for supporting small business, or for supporting small. And it says care instructions on the other side, and it has her name. And then the general care is, hooray, you've got a new skein of hand-dyed yarn to add to your collection. Let your creativity run wild. And this was her fur baby collection. She does have stickers for a lot of her collections. This one, you had to actually purchase the sticker. I had forgotten about it, then I went back and purchased it, but I ended up putting in 2 orders. Actually, yeah, 2 orders. And mango passion fruit stash tea. Not a mango person, but I love passion fruit, so I might try it. I have so many teas, but I hardly ever get any with mango. So, I would love to get a sweater's quantity of Macy's yarn, but as you guys know, I can't afford that. And I'm not going to just keep saying that, so it's just not in my budget. So when I have money in my budget, I get what I can. when I'm here. Okay. Huh, so how many did I try to get? My receipt here, and I can explain this all to you. So she did a pre-order on her pet collection, and she had ended up with 9 different sets that you can choose from when it came to sock sets. But also, if you wanted the large main color, or if you wanted the smaller accent color that went with it, because what she did is she had people submit their pets, and she picked, if there was a total of 9, she picked 7 of them. The first one was her cat baby, and the second one was her little kitten that she got, who unfortunately passed away the day after she took it to the vet for the first time. It was really sad. It had pleurisy, and kittens cannot make it through pleurisy, unfortunately. But anyway, this was pre-order. It's the only time I've ever done a pre-order, because normally when I have the money, that's when I have it. If I put it away to save it for a pre-order that I know that's coming up, something usually happens. So if I want something, I try to get it right away, just to make sure that I still have the money in order to get it. So, I also ordered from her dealer's choice. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, Macy, if you're watching this, Macy, thank you so much. I went to dealer's choice, and for the first time that I was on there, it had mini skeins. And you guys know I love mini skeins. I have a blanket that I want to make using mini skeins. I know I don't have enough yet in my collection, but I will also use scrap yarn from when I start using my other hand-dyed yarn. And I had went on and I ordered 4. And when I went to check out, it said that it had rearranged, that there was only 3 available. But if you went back and looked at the page, it still said that there were 4 left. Macy has a notes section. So if you fill it out, she will do what she can. And I think I had a couple orders with her, like I said, 1 or 2. I gave her my other order number. I said I did order from the Fur Baby collection, so feel free to add this together, and she will do that too. If you order and then you realize you've missed something and you let her know in the note section, she will put it all together. And I know before she has given me a rebate, I think, on shipping. But she does have some cotton to send me, so I didn't expect her to do that for me, and the shipping wasn't bad on them anyway. I told her I did order from the Fur Baby collection, so feel free to add this to it, or add some of the cotton. Oh, she has cotton. People have sent her cotton for me to use for cat toys. If you'd like to. I had hoped to get 4 mini skeins, so I told her that, but it said after I put them in my cart that you only have 3, but it still shows on the page that 4 are available. So I'm not sure what happened. I said I cannot wait to try out your cotton with you when you get it, like you said. Okay, that's more personal. If you watch the live, she said she was getting cotton and she was going to send some to me and to Kaylin, so that we can all try it out and show it at the same time, and she would come on again and we would show it. We're all excited about it. So she said she'd send me my cottons later. Alrighty, and a personal note to me. So there are 4 mini skeins in here, and that may be also why she did not adjust shipping for me, because she did put 4 mini skeins in here, even though I paid for 3. So, and let me see, there's no prices on here, so I cannot remember how much the mini skeins were. I want to say they came out to like $4 a piece. So here are my deal with dealer's choice. You pick out the base, which the base, she has a whole page on her bases and what they made, and they all have poker names to them. So there's hearts, there's spades, I think there's full house. You go and you read up on it, and it tells you if it's a merino, if it's worsted, if it's fingering, if it's DK, how many yards, and all of that. When you go into dealer's choice, it's discounted because you may be getting things like she had so many left over from a former theme that she did, and she just couldn't get rid of them, so she puts them in dealer's choice. She tried to decide on a new color. She didn't like how it turned out, but it's still, you know, a usable skein and gorgeous, and she'll put that in there. Or she goes to dye some of what she has done before, and it didn't come out like what she has online, and so she does not want to sell it in there as that because it does look a little off, and she'll put that in dealer's choice. So it's little mistakes. I know at Christmas time she called them her misfit toys, and I got some of her beautiful reindeer colorway that she had before. So the thing is with dealer's choice, you do not get to tell her what colors you want, anything. Some of them she already has bagged up, and she just sends it to you. So she'll just pick and put it in there from her bags that she has, you know, bagged up, or however she does it now. Because before she had like a special quantity of yarn that she had done. Individual skeins, she may not have them bagged up, but she'll just pick from her pile, you know, and she'll put it in your bag. I do think, depending, I don't know if dealer's choice is this way, but sometimes when she has ones that are like their package, they're 4 in a package, she tries to make sure that they can be used together in one thing, so that you don't have like 4 separate hanks, but you have 4 that can be used together. I've gotten one of those from her before. So here are my colors. I get this really pretty, it's like a navy blue black with some green and gray in there. This, I think, would have to be my favorite out of all of these pale, I love pale colors. And it's like baby colors. I wonder if this is like her seashell colorway, but really light. I just love this. It's got blue and green and yellow and pink and like mint color in there. It's really, really pretty. Now, that hot pink, this would have to be like my second favorite. It matches me. Oh, by the way, I may have to put you on pause because I am waiting for a phone call. And then I have another one that looks almost like the first one, but yeah, a tad different. With the blues and the blacks and the greens, and it has more greens in it than this one does. This one seems to have a little bit more black, but they go together. So when I make my blanket, I will have to make sure that I have them on different ends of the blanket, which is fine. And I want to say these are 20 grams. I can't remember how she does her mini skeins. I would have to weigh them. If they're regular looking mini skeins, so I want to say they're 20, but don't quote me on that. So on the blanket I'm making, I should be able to get 2 squares out of each of these. I do believe, if I remember right, it takes about 10 per square. I'm making, it's called the Memories blanket or the Memory Treasure blanket, and it's by Hannah from um, Cozy Cottage. So, oh, I have a 5th one. I wonder if she did that on purpose. I have a 5th one, so I have these 3 that go together. Macy, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That is just so sweet of you. I love them. They all go together. I could make a cowl or something out of all of these if I wanted to. I would think that I would be able. These are fingering, so I plan on putting them in the blanket though. I love that. Thank you so much, Macy. Now, on to the pets. I got these, even though they are meant for the pets that she picked. One of them was actually a dog and not a cat that I picked the colorway from. I got them because they reminded me of our cats. One of them, what she did was she tried to get a skein together that looked like the fur color. And then whoever sent the picture in would say the other colors she wanted from their eyes, from the collar they're wearing, from a toy that they had. One of them on the dog, it was his lead that he was wearing. So this one is from a black kitty. This was actually her kitten. I should have left this one for last. I will explain this one in a minute. This one was a dog, and I believe the greenish color was the lead. I honestly thought this was a gray, more of a gray color, but this is more brown. I got this because it reminded me of charcoal outside, but it's, like I said, it's brown, and I was thinking it was gray. It's probably how my laptop made it look. Even the dog in the picture looked like it had gray colors, although there is a touch of gray in here. So I may have gotten one that had more of the browns in it, and there may be other ones that have more of the grays in it, because there was more gray. And I know it was gray and brown together, and charcoal actually, especially in the summertime, his under fur down here turns into more of a brownish, whitish color fur. I just thought it was perfect for him, and you guys know I want to learn how to make socks, so I wanted to make socks out of it. And the name of this one is Sally and Her Eyes. So no, it wasn't lead, it was eyes. Is that right? I want to say maybe I had picked the wrong one. Sally and Her Eyes. Maybe I accidentally picked the wrong one. But I know the green was, it can't be the wrong one because that is the color green, and I don't think she had that on another one. But anyway, I love it. And even though it doesn't quite look like shark, it looks like the long-haired dog, cat that we had here that we named Chocolate, that our neighbor took in, said he didn't know it was ours, and gave it away to somebody else. So, has a home. He said, "You got to be happy. At least it's in a good home." No, I'm not happy. It was our cat. You know. Anyway, and it was pregnant, and we had people who wanted the babies. But I digress. This reminds me of Chocolate, so it's a good memory of her. I may have to go on and try and get the other set. I know there's a set on there that looks like purple, but again, it may have been how my computer looked. It's the only thing about ordering, you know, online versus in person. But the thing is, I love all of Macy's stuff, so I'm fine with it. It's still beautiful. Now, this one is named Neo in His Eyes. And this was her baby that she lost. I wanted to get it in memory of Neo, but also in memory of our cat that we lost, Halford. Now, in order for it to fit Halford a little bit better, it would have to be more golden eyes. But I'm still fine with the black and the green. So once I learned how to make socks, I told my husband if he wanted me to, I would make him a pair of socks with this one. And I will make myself a pair of socks out of this one. Now, if he doesn't want a pair of socks, I will make myself a pair of socks out of both of them. So I am excited. I cannot wait to learn how to make socks so I can get started, but it's still going to be a while because I'm still working on the whole knit and purl. Almost done with my washcloth where I was learning purl, but I decided I'm going back and forth in some places between purl and net, so I have some stockinette on it, and then I have I can't remember what the other's called. I have a call. Nope, not the one I'm waiting on. Okay, so let's keep going. I am going to show you how far I've been working. I've been working on the baby blanket that I was designing for little Miss Lila. I've had doctor's appointments and stuff. I may only do 2-3 stitches at a time. But the last time that I showed this to you guys, I was down here because this is my placement marker. I didn't realize I have not shown it to you for a while. So I have added this much. I wanted to say that I was on between there and showed it to you guys, but that's where my marker was, and I'm pretty good at moving it, but you know, there's always a chance that I forgot sometime. This is made with ice cream yarn from Lion Brand, and it's a modification that I did to what's called the mood stitch. I hadn't told you guys that before because I am hoping to write this up later on. I've been writing notes and everything. You got to change hooks in order for this part here to come out, where I had accidentally changed the hooks around down here, and I used the smaller one or the larger one for this part and then the smaller one for this part, and it's like, oops, I messed it up because this is the smaller and then this is the larger in order to get it to even out more like it had done here. I have one side where it evens out and then it's the other side where it bows. I did not want to put a border on it, but it looks like I'm going to have to, which is fine. I have more of this yarn, thank goodness, because maybe about less than half the skein left because this is one of the big ones. Now I will tell you, if you use this, make sure that you cake it up first, because without caking it up, I have had so many knots and stuff on the inside. Alrighty, there's that. That didn't sound like my Ring doorbell, but it could have been. I need to put you on pause because I need to check something. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. It was just my husband coming home. I will show you. The Cal this last week, we did the water bottles. This is the one that I have done. Came out really nice. Got another one started. We will have one day this next week on the Cal. I just don't know if it's going to be Tuesday or Thursday. If anybody still wants to join in on these, to make one to send to Heidi from Snappy Tots, for her to send on to the Army. This is for the Army who are in the desert and they cool off their water so they can have cool drinking water. Well, their normal way of doing it was they would take one of their socks and they would soak it in water. They would put their water bottle in it. They would tie it to the side mirrors on the truck. And then as they're driving through the desert and the wind hits it, it would cool it off. So Heidi figured out the pattern for these. The handle is long so that they can put it around and tie it around. You know how you put it around and through, so that it will hold, hold on to the water bottle nicely in here after it's soaked and wet, and then tie it on, and it's sturdier and they won't lose as many. And they won't lose their socks then also if they happen to lose it. And they get cool water that way. So that's the one I've done. You have to use specific yarn, specific colors. Basically 100% cotton yarn, and it has to be in desert colors. And you need to use, all of this has to be made with one skein of yarn so that you don't have any parts in the middle where you have to change yarn and the possibility of it coming undone while it's hanging from the car, just so it's extremely sturdy. And the handle, she does it in a certain way where it becomes really sturdy. So yeah, not hard to make. I got this done in a couple hours. I didn't get started on it until maybe a half hour into the Cal on Tuesday because I was in the middle of trying to do something, and then I continued working on it maybe for an hour afterwards to finish it. So there you go. I've started my second one here. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to really show you. While I'm thinking of it, I didn't do it before I put it in here. Let me move up my progress keeper to make sure that I am showing you the exact progress in between times. Find it on this side. Oh, I found a stitch marker that I had lost. When I go to crochet, because I had, oh, I moved it. That's what I did. I have stitch markers set on here for my counts, especially for when I'm on this section down here. And so this is the one that should have held my stitch, and I moved this one to hold my stitch instead of having it hold my count. So I'm going to have to go back. I have a red one here. I'm going to have to go back and figure out, I think it was every 50, and I'm going to have to replace it. And I didn't do, there we go. Here's my kitty cat. And I have, come on. And I moved her up here. There we go. Alrighty then. I am going to get going. I could show you squares and stuff. I will have to come back on and pull everything out. I just have kind of a mess down here right now because I have my bag that I had my snowmen in from the last cow. I'm still working on snowmen, so if I pull one out to try and show you, that it's just going to make a mess. I have a bag with the amigurumi that I need to start, and then the bag with my squares. Well, I can show you the square that I'm working on. I should be able to do that. It's just the skein doesn't want to come out. There we go. Here, I'm working on the snowflake. And that's what it's looking like right now. I just got past the midpoint on it. And there's that. And I need to get moving on this because I want to have it done for Christmas. So, and plus it's part of my cow that I'm doing with that Nana's Crochet Ideas is hosting, which is reading the Bible throughout the year and doing a year-long crochet project. Yeah. That is that. I will show you the amigurumi I'm going to be working on. I have... What are you calling for? I have the pattern printed out that I copied. Thing is my printer is not working very well right now. I have to manually clean the ink heads because it's just not working correctly. Where did he go? I had a piece of paper in here. It's not the Dragonite. It's not the Eevee. There he is. Oh, and there's the piece of paper. It was just down a little ways. I am making, and I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but the Charizard. It is a Pokemon. And it happens to be my son-in-law's favorite Pokemon. So, got all the yarn for it. I have printed out the pattern so I don't have to sit here with the book, and I don't like marking things in a book anyway. That way I can mark whatever I need to mark on the pattern. That there, I need to go over it because like I said, our printer is not working right, and I have all the words didn't print out right, but then I also have this I'm going to be making for the little girl. I'm making her the teddy bear that I am teaching how to crochet. Her birthday is in October. Hoping to have it done for her birthday. If not, she'll just be getting it late. And it will be my first time working with Sherpa type yarn. So wish me luck with that. The only other thing that I can grab it too. I'd had the yarn all tied up in here, so I was thinking handles are all tied up, but no, I untied it to show you guys the yarn. So I do not have a progress keeper on here, but I have been working on this one. I know I've put on probably about this much, if not a little bit more, since I showed it to you last. And there we go. I love the drape. It's nice and drapey. This is made, for those of you who may be seeing it for the first time, with Hirschner's yarn. It was a Hirschner's kit that I bought years ago. They do not have this kit available anymore, but they do have the yarn. The yarn is their Teddy Bear Brights. They have a different kit available now, I think, that has a the star-shaped baby blanket on it. I had to call and get the pattern for this again because for some reason my head couldn't figure out the real simple pattern that this is. And I paid for the pattern and they sent me the wrong one. So they had to find the other one to send to me because they don't have it on their website. They had to go into the archives. And because I could not prove it had been so long ago at that point in time, when I got that from them, that was probably 4 years ago. It had been so long ago since I got the kit, which would have been 4 years before that because she's now 8 years old, that they couldn't prove that I bought the kit because they didn't have my orders from that far back. So I had to pay for the pattern, which was fine. I wanted to get it done. Still want to get it done, give it to her. If she uses it for a baby doll, if she uses it to cover her lap, whatever, she'll still have it. If she uses it to hold on to use for her baby when she has one, if she has one, that's fine too. So I feel bad I didn't get it done in time, but at that point in time, there were so many babies being born. And I was so sick and I was in and out of the hospital. It was the year that I was just in and out and in and out and in and out of the hospital. Actually, maybe the year after that. It was just crazy. So I had like 3 or 4 baby blankets I was trying to work on, and that one just kept putting to the side. And then I had an issue with my cat. Not my cat, my daughter's cat had peed on the bag I had it in. Did not reach the yarn, did not reach the project. Thank goodness I found it quick enough. I pulled it out, threw the bag away because it could not be salvaged. But I put that in a place to air out because even though it wasn't wet and hadn't got peed on, you could smell it a little bit. I put it with some Epsom salts and did I put some, I'm not going to think of the word of it, some cedar wood in an open area. I had a small pouch of Epsom salts that I put on top of it, so the Epsom salts weren't touching it, but the smell was permeating. And I put couple chunks of cedar wood on it, left it out in an airy place. No idea that anything happened to it. So thank goodness it was salvageable. But that took, I let it sit there for months before I ever picked it up again. And then I had to put it away, and we were moving things around, and then it got lost, and you know how things happen. So I'm getting it done now. I'm trying to work on a lot of things. As you guys know, when we are done with the water bottle cal, we are doing a work on an old whip cal. And that is not my old whip that I'm working on. I'm working on a different old whip. So, for a baby that was born around the same time. Well, actually, no. She was born later. She was born later. So, yes, that's one reason why this one got pulled out first for me to work on, because I need to get this one done. Also, because I have one for her baby brother, who he is still just, he's a little toddler. So, there is a girl in between that I haven't even started on anything for. So, yeah, I'll make her something. I'm not sure what. She may get a sweater, maybe, or I don't know. I have no clue what I'm going to make her yet. I'll make her something. I had gotten tired of making blankets. That was part of the problem, too. I just got tired of it. I needed something new, something to challenge me, and I had been making blankets all my life. So I went through lost my crojo for quite a long period of time between that and being in and out of the hospital and sick, and I just didn't want to mess with it. Then I found amigurumi, and I loved them, and garments, and all the different stuff. So, yeah. So I feel very bad that they haven't gotten it yet, but they will eventually get it. I'm trying to make it as big as possible so she can still use it, you know, like I said, use it when she's watching TV or something, more of a child-sized throw maybe by the time it's done. I'm hoping. If not, maybe I'll get some more yarn and keep adding to it. I don't know that yet. Honestly, I want to be done with it. It's baby size. I kind of want to give it to them now. But I will keep adding to it. So I need to get going. I need to try and call this lady back again, who I've been waiting for her to call me. I'm afraid she, maybe like all other offices on Fridays, oh, we leave early. I don't get how many health offices leave early on Fridays. So I will talk to you guys later. Please always remember you matter. Don't let anybody tell you differently. And I love you, and you're gorgeous, and you're beautiful. Please don't let anybody tell you you're not, because you are, inside and out. I will talk to you soon. I love you guys. Mwah.